What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use an official Pokemon Fire Red or Leaf Green cartridge along with an epilogue GB operator to shiny hunt for the starters in each game. So you might be asking yourself, what is a GB operator? This is the GB operator right here. You plug in Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color games to the device and it allows you to play them on your computer. You can save them as well to your computer, and basically you'll never lose a save using the epilogue. The epilogue also allows you to do some cool stuff like inject cartridges or tickets, like in the Pokemon games. And we're going to be using it today to save our game so that we can boot it up in a different emulator. Alrighty, so if you chose to go the route I did using a real cartridge in the epilogue, let's go ahead and start our game up and I will show you guys what to do to set up for the shiny hunting. Basically we are going to want to make sure that our game that we have now on our device is saved. So let's go ahead and do that. This is my save file that is pretty far along, so I'm not trying to lose it, right? I bet everyone has one of those. So we're going to exit out after we save, go to data, we're going to back up this game, alright? Let's just call it the date 7/29-25, and let's go ahead and save the whole game. All these squares are going to turn green, and I will get back to you guys when that is done. Alrighty, so now that our game is backed up, we're going to go ahead and also back up the save, just so that we have both the game and the save from today. Alrighty, that doesn't take too long, it's backed up. If you want to check, you can go to upload, and then we can just throw on that save back on very easily, just like that. Alrighty, so you guys are going to want to now load up your game once again. We have backed up our game and the save. We can throw the game back onto the cartridge if we want to. And now we are going to go ahead and set up a new save file for the shiny hunt. This save file is going to be the one that we're going to load the shiny into once we get it. It's kind of hard to explain right now, but I will do that when we get to that step. Alright, so go ahead and set up the name, your rival, all of that stuff, and stop once you get to the starter selection. Alrighty, so once we're at this point right here in front of the selection, doesn't really matter, you can go ahead and save the game. It's going to ask you if you want to override the save. Click yes, because we have the save already on our computer. Oops, I pressed no. And we can easily boot up that save back onto the cartridge if we want to. So go ahead and save this save file onto the cartridge. Alrighty, so now you're going to want to back up that game and that save onto your computer so that you can then transfer it and convert the file once we find our shiny in the emulator. So we're going to call this shiny upload sav. That back up, boom, and then we're going to back up the game. We're going to call this shiny upload MGBA, because this is a Game Boy, this is the actual game, and I'll get back to you guys once these dots are done filling up. Alrighty, so now we're going to back up the game again, and from the same point we were, so you don't have to go back into the game and do anything. We're going to call this one shiny hunt setup, and this is going to be the file that we open in the emulator to hunt on. Alrighty, and then we're also going to back up the save, back up both the save and the game. We're going to call this shiny hunt setup sav. Boom. Alrighty, and then now we're going to go to MGBA. MGBA is an emulator that you can use to play Game Boy games on your computer. Go ahead and go to downloads, download the best version for your device, and then boot that baby up. Alrighty, so now that you guys have MGBA installed and downloaded, I'm going to show you guys how to set up the controller. You have to use a controller in order to use multiple windows, but if you guys just wanted to use one window to shiny hunt, you guys can use a keyboard. It's just that if you want to use multiple windows and get more attempts in, you have to use a controller. So go down to the Tools tab, open Settings, and then scroll down here to Controllers. And you're going to want to make sure a controller is selected, and then you're going to want to bind all of these buttons. If you're curious, my A is A, my B is B. These are the two Xbox pause buttons. These are the bumpers, and this is the analog stick. Alrighty, so now that we have MGBA installed and downloaded and we have binded our controller, we are going to finally open up the game in our emulator. Let's go ahead and find our shiny setup right there. Make sure it's the GBA file. Let's go back to the save. Let's load alternate save. I hope you guys are following along with my mouse. And then let's load up a shiny hunt up save file. Alrighty, and so this is going to pull up that save that we initially pulled off our cartridge in front of the starters. Let's go ahead and see if we can get the shiny live. Another tip for the emulator is you guys can fast forward. If you could click on the emulation tab and click fast forward. I don't want to give it a nickname. We'll let my man Griffin pick a Squirtle. Alrighty, let's see if it is the shiny. It is not the shiny, so we will reset and keep going for more attempts. And now you're thinking, Luke, you said that we could open up multiple windows so that we could get multiple attempts in. And you are right. It is as easy as just opening another window of MGBA and repeating the process. Go to File, Load ROM. We're going to load up that GBA file we pulled off our cartridge, Shiny Hunt Setup GBA file. And then we're going to go into File again, Save Game, load alternate save game. And then we're going to load up that save file. And then it is as easy as just putting them next to each other. If I could figure that out, boom, bang. And now that we have our controller binded and ready to go, it responds to it. Both windows will respond to our controller, and we can use that to shiny hunt. I will say the controller is a little laggy sometimes. I don't know if that's just for me or not, but make sure that you're holding the button, and it can be a little wonky with the movement. Like, see how they're off one? If that ever happens, just load up, walk into this corner here, and then you should be good to go. And see how it's not? Now we're good. Let's go ahead and see if we get the shiny on this go around. Would be pretty crazy if we could pull it live. No shiny. So then we would reset and go ahead and do it all over again. Alrighty, and so the final step is getting our Pokemon that we finally saw shine on back to our cartridge. So first of all, let's check out our fake shiny. This obviously is not a shiny, but we're going to pretend it is. This Charmander has a hardy nature, 20, 11, 9, 11, 11, 11 for his stats. Just so we can make sure that it's the same one. I like to save the game right here, just so that, you know, we are saving on all levels and being extra precautious. Once that's done, we are going to go ahead and file, save state file, not load state file, save state file. We're going to call this 00. Alrighty. And so now go back to your file, go to save game, convert save game, browse for that 00 we just made right there, and then we're going to upload this into the upload file that we made in the very beginning. So we're going to upload it into this shiny upload GBA, replace it, save. Alrighty, so now we go back onto our epilogue. We can upload that save. I called it shiny hunt upload, and it was this one. I'm gonna. Oh, integrity failed. What? Okay, then we're gonna play. I don't know what that was, but should be a-okay. Our Charmander should be back onto our cartridge. This should be the hardy one with 20, 11, 9, 11, 11, 11, I think, right? Correct. So now we have our fake shiny back onto our cartridge, and we have officially shiny hunted for our Pokemon. I'm going to be hunting for a real shiny Charmander, and I will upload a video of that if it ever happens. I'm currently at 220 soft resets using this strategy with multiple windows. And yeah, so I will get back with another video once I find the shiny Charmander. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys have any questions, you guys can leave them in the comments for me or try and shoot me a message.